Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Jacob Israel for another outstanding live broadcast of Jacob's Ladder. We have so much to talk about. The financial system as it is. Oh, there is a lot going on. Some might even call it witchcraft. Who knows? Who knows what is going on behind the scenes? You're about to find out. Welcome to the show. I'm Jacob Israel. I didn't even think I was going to be talking about all this stuff. I know nothing about crypto. Well, I've been studying incessantly over the last couple of days to try to find out everything that I can about this fiasco that is known as FTX. Billions of dollars that have just been, just vanished. Who knows where they went? There is so much. There's so much. It's like a web of ins and outs and people over here, and it's just, some might even call it a conspiracy. I'm not calling it that because, of course, then I may have some issues on YouTube. But we're going to talk about it because, as it turns out, if you've been watching the channel for a couple of years, it looks like I may have predicted this on the day it actually happened, which is insane. 11/11/2022. We're going to get into it. Let's take a look at that thumbnail and give me a hello in the live chat to let me know that everybody's here and everybody's having a good old time and everybody can hear me okay, because that is the most important thing. We want to make sure that you can hear me okay, because I don't know. I don't have producers on this. I don't have people working to help me out. It's just me. Just getting by. I got to make sure that everything sounds okay. The real McCoy sounds, everything is good to go. So that makes me very happy. So I'm ready to go as well. That's some thumbnail, huh? Mind control. What is Elon Musk's burnt hair doing up there? Yeah, you're going to find out. Because I think it's all connected. There was a meltdown. Did you hear about this? The FTX meltdown. If you don't know what FTX is, okay, basically, it was like one of the biggest crypto wallets places of all time. Everybody was endorsing this. What you're going to get on this channel, what you're going to get through this show, is something you're not hearing from other people. All the stuff that you've heard from other people, I'll cover it too. But there's a lot more to this story that tells me that perhaps, maybe there's some kind of a plan. Maybe all of this is working together for the good. I don't know. Maybe not the good of us, maybe the good of the system. But the FTX meltdown is likely to spur many crypto regulations. You know what that means? That means that everybody was heralding crypto. They're like, this is going to be it. Freedom, no government interference. You got nothing to worry about. You can keep your money. Yeah. Not anymore, because this is going to be, I think this is one of those things that's going to start something else. I think it's going to put us on a track to a digital currency where everything's attached. Everything's attached, and from your medical records to everything else, it's all attached. And I don't think there's any getting around it. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I do know that over the last couple of years, going back to 2015, looks like I've been warning about this. I didn't even know I was going to be warning about this. I didn't even know I was talking about this stuff. I had to be reminded by one thing after another thing. They came in front of me. These little breadcrumbs, they just pop in front of me. They're like, look at this, Jacob. Look at this, Jacob. And it brought back to my memory shows that I did, shows that we talked about, things possibly coming in the future, and then they happened. They happened as we said. Regulation is possibly coming. A lot of celebrities endorsed this. this was like kind of the new hot thing. This is FTX. They were huge. The Economic Forum of the World promoted these guys. Huge. Turns out, possibly a Ponzi scheme. Ponzi scheme. Crooks. Crooks. But that's not all you're going to get from today's show. Believe me, you're going to want to be here. You're going to want to take a second to hit the like button so that more people watch this, because this needs to get out. People need to wake up. There's a lot going on. And a lot of this stuff, well, I think it's tied to this news that just broke. That's right, Hunter's having some problems. Who heard about this in the live chat? Tell me. Tell me if you are aware that this is going on. And also tell me if I told you that this stuff was going to happen. I think I've been talking about this for quite some time. Like before the inauguration. Like 2015 when I had that goofy dream about a laptop, right? And then here we are. Wow, I saw this video today. They're coming at him on all cylinders. This is like a big deal. Some people have told me in the past, some people still tell me that there's no way we're going to have, a sitting president replaced. That he's not going to be yanked from power, that it's not going to happen. Maybe so. I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those things where they're going to show us incredibly how corrupt everything has been, how they've sold out the American people, and, they're going to continue to create a bunch of ridiculous laws and rules that are going to make things harder for us, and things are going to get more and more expensive so that we have to continue to struggle even more. Remember when I said that this was like the Exodus? And I said that the story would go, God told Pharaoh, let my people go. And Pharaoh was like, you know what? I'm going to make it harder for them. Now we're not going to provide the hay and the mud and the bricks. We're not going to do it. Now they got to figure it out on their own. Inflation. That's the day we're in. Spiritually speaking, this is no different. Everything that has been is now. It's right there. But this news about the Republicans alleging that President Biden is directly involved in these business dealings with his son Hunter, this is big. This is big. And it's very, very spooky. And it's something that, like, for a long period of time, I talked about. There you go. This is almost 2 years ago. These are 3 videos in a row that I did. One of them was done before, obviously, the 6th of January. And that's the right-hand side, upper right-hand corner of your screen. And, of course, it did pop off, like I said. And then, of course, I said, watch this before the inauguration. Will we be deceived? And then, of course, right after that, like a day or two later, who's holding that laptop that they tried to destroy? All of this stuff, goofy. Goofy, but so appropriate for the day we're in. So appropriate for the day we're in. So appropriate that I don't know what to say. I'm trying very hard to make things more enjoyable for you. Take a look at that, huh? Look at me. Look at me figuring out how to do things. This is strange that I've learned how to actually be a real, be a real YouTuber here. A real YouTuber here. So listen, the investigation into Biden, it is a big deal. It's a big deal because something huge, I think, is going to come out of it. But that's not what really this show is about. This is just part of the story. What this show is about is much bigger, okay? So let's take a look. Let's take a look at what they're saying. He actually just had an interview, and not a great one. They weren't allowed to ask many questions, which is ironic, because you'd think you'd want some transparency. And it seems that that's not the case when it comes to all of this. But the Republicans are saying they've uncovered evidence of a, conspiracy of defrauding the United States, of wire fraud, violation of Foreign Agents Registration Act, money laundering, tax evasion, and other crimes. This is our president. This is our president, which I think I've said, come on, do me a favor. In the live chat, will you do me a favor? I'm going to come on over. How many people, thank you, Katie, for the super chat. That was very nice of you. I appreciate it. How many people remember me telling you again and again and again, don't fall for this. This is all part of the plan. We're biding our time. It's just going to get us to the next thing. The next thing is going to get us so upset. And, then we're going to get the new system to come in and take over. Who knows? I would love for it to be something that turns into something that is wonderful for all of us. And that's a possibility. But this fiasco with FTX, this scandal with the crypto, this is big. It's deep, and it goes a lot deeper than you think. And ironically, if you've been watching for more than a year on the show, and if you haven't, you need to hit that subscribe button, because this is something that happens again and again and again. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a meatball, right? I ask for the truth no matter what the cost, like the t-shirts, the t-shirt says, which you can get in the description of the video below. Get yourself merch. It helps the channel. It helps me. It's just me here. I'm not like the big channels that they support and they promote and all these things. Because I believe in God, because I have faith, because I know that there's a purpose to all this madness. So it's helpful if you do. It's in the description of the video. Just click down. But please do hit the like button. Please do subscribe. Please do check the notification bell so you don't forget. A lot of interesting things have been going on. Trumpster's daughter just got married. Let's take a look at this, because this ties into everything else that we're talking about, and I think you're going to appreciate this because it's weird. It's so weird. Okay, so Tiffany Trump, the Mar-a-Lago wedding, it featured masked dancers. What's that about? And an 8-tier cake. Eight. I don't know if anybody's paying attention, but there are now 8 billion people on the planet. And if you want to get verified on Twitter, it's $8. 8 is the infinity sign. It's the Ouroboros. It's the beginning and the end. We are in a very important spiritual time. So don't let just the fact that the cake is 8 tiers, don't think that that's just nothing. There's something to it. Let's take a look at this. This is weird. Okay, we're going to talk about Ivanka's dress in a second, because this is what brought me to the FTX scandal. Oh, gosh, this stuff is crazy. It gets me so excited because I really, I had no plan on talking about this because I'm not a huge crypto guy. I'm not. I don't know nothing about it. I'm just a meatball. All right, so here it is. Let's take a look at this. Let me just make sure that I've muted the volume, and let's take a look. Like at your wedding, you want these? You want this? What is going on? Why are they dancing like weirdos? Hang on, let's play that again. Why are they dancing with their, what do they got in their mouth? Is that like a golden flower? And they're like masked? They can't see? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Let's just take a look at that again. That's just a weird thing to have at your wedding. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. You tell me. You got to let me know in the live chat. I just think this is a strange thing. Like if you're coming to my wedding and all of a sudden they're like these girls that are coming out and they're dancing and they have something in their mouth, they're going to strut off. I just think it's weird. I just think it's weird. Of course, here's Tiffany and her man dancing, which is nice. The news was that President Donald was drunk at the ceremony beforehand, but he gave a really nice speech about money, of course. Very strange. All it is, very strange, but not as weird as what I'm about to share. So, please hit the like. I need a video to do more than like 30, 40,000 views. I need a video to go viral. All right, I need to reach more people. Needs to happen. So Ivanka was wearing, now Ivanka, here's a weird thing, right? I was the head writer, if you don't know this, for WWE. I was between 99 and 2001, I was there. When the ratings went, they were getting beat by WCW. I came in, we crushed WCW. Vince bought WCW, and then I left, and they lost half of their audience, and it's been like 21 years, and they haven't gotten it back. That's true. Why? Because God is real, and because I'm just a meatball. I don't know what I'm doing, but I have a sincere faith, and I believe that God blesses, those that bless me and curses those that curse me. When I left, they lost half their audience. Why is this important? Because Trump and Vince, very close friends. I produced Donald Trump. Ironically, after I left WWE, I went for another company. Cedric Kushner Promotions was a boxing company, and I did a show called Thunderbox at the Trump Taj Mahal. We did a nice thing with Donald Trump. So twice I've been in this man's presence. I have a video on Trump. It's called The Trump Paradox. Go check it out. There's a lot of weird stuff about him. All right? If you're new, you got a lot of catching up to do, but you watch that video, it'll catch you up. So when I see things about Ivanka's dress being shared on Twitter or Facebook or social media, I think that maybe there's more to it. I know a lot of people are looking for clues. I'm a breadcrumb guy. I'm always looking for breadcrumbs. So it turns out that at the wedding, Ivanka was wearing almost an identical dress to Grace Kelly. Now, what's weird about this is that dress was about how to catch a thief. A thief. Now, the wedding was on November 12th. To catch a thief. Strange, right? Very strange. Not really that strange in the grand scheme of things. Nice dress, but who knows, right? Who knows? Let's take a look at this picture. Let's take a look at this picture, and let's see if I can do what I've been trying to do, because I'm trying to be more like Marf. I don't know if you know who Adam at Marfoogle News and TV is. He does such a great job. So there I am. Look at me, huh? This is the first time I can actually talk to you and reference. Look at that. Look at the dress she's wearing. Oh, it's so nice. Look next to her dress, and what do you see? Grace Kelly, To Catch a Thief. Now, why is that important? You probably think to yourself, that's not that important. It's not that important at all, right? Except for it is. I think it is. I think it is in a big way, and you're going to see why. Because, let me show you. Because I thought that picture was strange, and I thought to myself, wow, this is something I should pay attention to. So what should I do? I do what I usually do is I'll snap a little picture. I snap a little picture on my phone, and I leave it there, and I let it sit. Because I have an intuition. Something inside me says, pay attention to this. I don't know why. Pay attention to this. I don't know why. I snap a picture, and I wait for confirmation. There's a scripture in the Bible. It says, in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, God's word to you is established. And what is a witness? I saw this picture. If I see something else in relation to that picture, that would be a second witness of what I saw the first time. And guess what? So I see this picture, To Catch a Thief. I see it. And I think to myself, that's it. That's it. It's this is the deal. Something about a thief. I think, of course, you can't not think about, of course, all of the goofiness surrounding elections. But then I see something else. Then I see this. Someone replies to my Vlad the Vampire video. This guy, Dylan James, who pops up out of nowhere. Dylan, I've seen him a couple of times. He says, fishing can be fun. Look at the bottom. What does that say? To catch a thief. That's strange. The day before, I snapped a picture of Ivanka Trump. She's wearing the dress to catch a thief. Now this guy is telling me watch this video that's titled To Catch a Thief on Rumble. So can't be shared on YouTube, right? Of course. There was nothing wrong with the video. It was a very interesting video. Had a lot to do with a lot of theories that maybe I'm not that familiar with. But man, did it remind me of videos that I did. And guess what the video was about? Guess what this video, To Catch a Thief, was all about? FTX, the crypto scandal, all of that, the connections to everything. I would not even be doing this show if I didn't see that picture of Ivanka and if she wasn't wearing that dress from Grace Kelly, To Catch a Thief, which was about a cat burglar who reformed, and then somebody was like posing as the cat burglar and had to like clear his name. And then somebody shares this. Now, what's weirder is that I had a dream about Elon Musk. I woke up in the middle of the night, at like 3 o'clock in the morning, from this dream. And of course, I'm like, that's weird. And I go and I grab my phone and I open it up. And that is what I saw. It's the first post I see. And then I watch the video. And then I'm like, that's my next show. And what a show this is. Please hit the like. Please do me a favor and share this, because the things that I'm about to unravel for you are just really imaginative. They're not in any way true. So I see this, and that was about the beginning of it. Now look, this wasn't even a video that was viewed many times, didn't have many subscribers or anything else, but it was the very thing that I needed to remind me to take a look at this. Inside the crypto scandal, the collapse of FTX. How many people in the live chat know about this and are aware of the day that it happened? Happened on 11/11, We have like less than half of the people watching. Hit the like button. Do me a favor, will you, please? I know it's the afternoon. Just X out of the chat for a second and just hit that like. We'll get more people here. It'll be helpful to me. So, this is a big deal. This scandal, all of this stuff happened on 11/11. Now, I should have worn my 11/11 shirt. 11/11 is like a big deal on this channel. Even the clock is set to 11/11. I've been sharing 11/11 for a long time. So, of course, I did a show about 11/11 where I sort of, in the thumbnail, showed a lot of interesting things. Elon Musk sharing his burnt hair perfume, cologne, a meteor, a flood, Biden, UKR, the leader from that country, and all of that stuff. I didn't know at the time that perhaps all of this stuff would happen on that day when I did that video, but turns out I was talking all about it. Very strange. So you had like celebrities and everybody else. If you don't know about this, this is a big deal. And it's going to crack down on regulation and everything else. Like everybody thought crypto was going to be the way to, we're finally going to be free. No. It seems like this could be the thing that puts it all together. Now, what's weird and where things start to get a little eerie and a little freaky is that on 11/11, Elon tweeted this out. Hashtag game over. Now, when I saw that game over thing, I thought immediately of Pac-Man. And Pac-Man is connected to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and super PACs, which is interesting. But this is a real picture, he says, at Twitter headquarters. But take a look at the time that he posted it. Exactly 11:11 a.m. My time, of course. Now, he's done this before, too. I did shows where I said, look at our heroes. These are the heroes, Kanye, the Trumpster, and Elon. And I showed a picture of the three of them together. And I said, they're going to come together and they're going to save everything. And then, like, the next day at 11:11, he tweeted out a picture of the Three Musketeers making the sign of the X app, or that the symbol for Christ, which was strange. So this being released at 11:11 a.m. is interesting. What are the odds that it happened at the exact same time? I don't know. Coincidental or done on purpose? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that, but I do know that that game over sign, it certainly turned into a lot of headlines. Game over for FTX. Game over for Sam Bankman-Fried. Fried is his name. I look at that name, Fried, and I see fried. And I see Sam, the bank man, fried. Sam, which comes from Samuel, God hears, or you hear God say, because that's how they got the name Samuel. He was calling out for the prophet when the prophet was a baby. And so we hear God say, or we hear God, or God hears, the bank man fried, burnt, burned, crypto burn. That's actually a thing. Ironic that this happens. Not as ironic as the fact that it happened on 11/11. So now let's take a look. Right there is a, you could probably see my, that's my thumbnail from my video. And my thumbnail says very clearly, 11/11, it happens. And you see a meteor, you see a flood, and you see burnt hair. And Elon, and of course the Trumpster, Biden, and the leader of UKR. You got them all right there. All of it happening at the same time. Strange, right? Strange is the fact that looking back at all of this, that thumbnail sort of describes perfectly what happened on 11/11 with Sam Bankman-Fried's company and the other ones, the hedge fund, the Alameda, and all this. We're going to get into all of it. It's very strange to me. It's very strange because I didn't expect all of this to come back to me. In fact, I wasn't interested in it if I hadn't seen Ivanka in her dress and someone randomly didn't send me the Catch a Thief. So perhaps maybe we are blessed to see behind the curtain for at least an hour. I would like you to share this with other people so that it helps them too, so they can see it. But notice the thumbnail, will you? Take a look at that. Now, you do know that on the show I've talked about hair. Hair, spiritually speaking, is the outermost part of us. It's symbolic of the fact that of like things, carnal things that we put our trust in. What do you put your trust in? In God we trust? No. We trust in money, sadly. We trust in our finance, sadly. That would be hair. When you lose a lot of money, you know what they call it? It's a haircut. It's a haircut. And I've been talking about this haircut that was coming. I didn't think it had anything to do with finance. Of course, I thought that it had to do more with, spiritually within, getting rid of that carnal nature within all of us. But this right here, man, it opens the door to a lot of stuff. It really does. Because guess what they're describing? Because if you take a look. See the meteor? Right? A lot of people were expecting some, and people still are. They're still expecting some kind of a meteor. NASA's going to this metal asteroid called Psyche, which is that trident. All of this spooky stuff. Very strange. But the fact that they call this a falling meteorite, the rise and the fall of Sam Bankman as a meteor, is just, it's interesting. Maybe that's thin. I don't know. But I see it again and again and again. The fact that Elon shared his little perfume about burnt hair with a comet, with a meteor in the actual title, which we've discussed on the show probably in depth. Strange, because being burnt is exactly what they're describing the situation as. 20 billionaires got burnt. Investors got burnt. Crypto burn. It's like a thing. What I didn't know. All I did know was that I heard about it, and I didn't know much about crypto. So I didn't really look into it until I was put to the task. And then here we are. They made $34 million in trading fees, even though they were like defrauding everybody. That's what some people are saying. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. The recent FTT token burn. Token burn. On 11/11. 11/11. 11/11, the burn happens. The burn happens. Just seems to me like maybe there's more to this. This guy, I don't know if you've heard, top donor to the Democratic Party. That's him right there. I mean, like number 4, this guy. He's like 30. He was like one of the only billionaires at his age. He's a weird dude. You're going to find out he lives with a bunch of other people and they do all sorts of, naughty things. Not like normal relationships, but like poly relationships. Weird. Weirder still is that his ex-girl, who is the ex-CEO of this other hedge fund called Alameda, which has a very spooky logo that looks like something that's on the list for predators, is a huge Harry Potter fan. This is going to make sense when I show you the essay that I wrote years ago about all of this. It's so strange. So that Pac-Man logo I thought was very appropriate, having to do with the fact that this guy, like right before all this happens, man, like one thing after another, he was all about these super PACs. Very much into altruism, so they say. But not really. Who can we trust? Who can we trust? All these celebrities, all these big endorsements. FTX, Economic Forum of the World, they were backed by. This is not a joke. It's so corrupt that Tara Bull, whoever she is, wrote this. And I mean, you start to think, is this something that's important? Like, why would Elon Musk, of all things, why would Elon be like, yeah, this is a question we should be asking. A question we should be asking. Were they laundering money for the Democratic Party? That's a weird thing. But this is a question that he thinks that we should be asking. The same guy that puts out at 11:11, game over. Game over. Like, are there two sides fighting right now? Or are these people that are in charge and these elites, that they just put stuff out as like a little, we're just going to give you little clues, little hints, like a little joke, inside joke. Going to get you all we're going to laugh at you. We're going to laugh at you. Going to get you to pay $100 for a bottle of burnt hair, when that may have something to do with this crypto collapse. I don't know. But I do know that this meltdown that has taken place is going to push regulation in a big way. In a big way. How can it not? How can it not when billions and billions of dollars have been lost? There's going to have to be a crackdown, right? It's going to have to be a crackdown. Digital money, digital passports, digital IDs. This is all we hear about lately. Got to be a crackdown. Got to get the there's got to be a centralized system for this, because it's decentralized. So this is what has to happen. So what do? Does this guy, is he just a genius? Yeah. Is he just a genius? He's just so great that all of a sudden, or is he connected to a lot of people that are connected to a lot of people, and he's just a figurehead, and he's supposed to play the part just so that all of this stuff goes through? I don't know. I'm a writer. Don't take anything that I say here as fact. I look at this stuff and I start to think, my goodness, this would make a great movie. And aren't we the lead characters of that movie? Isn't this the greatest time to be alive? Yes, it is. Because in the end, it all works out. The house of cards is going to fall. I promise you. Just hang in there. You got to do the right thing. You got to do the right thing. God is bigger than all of their plans. If there are plans that are trying to thwart God's will, not going to happen. Not going to happen. So this meltdown that's going on, it's a big deal, right? But the bigger deal is the fact that we have celebrities.